Hello guys, today's video is going to be a little different. I'm calling it an urban rock hunting video. This is a display I have here in the sculpture garden. But these rocks, originating from somewhere along the Colorado River, I haven't been able to pinpoint where, but these are sold all over the country. I looked online, I bought these about 20 something years ago. But they're still abundantly for sale, probably where you live. So join me today and we'll look at these awesome and amazing rocks. You might find these for sale either as Colorado River cobbles, Colorado River rock. They go under various names, but you'll recognize them right away because of these solid reds. Are pretty common, greens, they're very colorful, and a lot of them are kind of flat. I think they sell them like for decorating ponds and things of that nature. But there's an amazing variety of rocks. Many of you perhaps have seen my videos about the Cache la Poudre River draining out of the east side of the Rockies, while the Colorado River, of course, drains out the west. So it's a very different variety of rocks. Here's a beautiful sandstone with cross bedding. I actually cut and polished this one. These rocks are about 120 degrees or so. They've been in the sun all day, so we'll see if I can keep them wet. Just amazing colors and patterns. There are granitoid rocks, for lack of a better term. This is kind of a unikite, very pretty veins going through. Porphyries, rhyolitic porphyry. I've got a few of those. I'll show you another one here. Here's a nice one. I never get tired of these porphyries with the very large phenocrysts. Look at that reflection in that near crystal. I think I'm getting it for you. Wetter is better with rocks, remember. Lots of limestone type rocks. Limestones and sandstones seem to be a big presence in that river. Another granitic rock. Those of you who joined me in our last video about the rocks from Oregon, my eBay rock hunt, and my friend Adam, he called them, what did he say? Multicolored granitoid mystery cobbles. Of course, here again we have a lot of multicolored granitoid mystery cobbles. Look at this one though. This seems to be a sandstone or a limestone. It might be flat pebble limestone. I'm almost wondering. Very unique pattern. Comments always appreciated. Now these three rocks here, I'm not sure what they would be. The feldspar crystals are a darker purple hue, and if you catch them just right, they pearlesce blue. So it's almost a labradorite. And I don't know if they're in a rhyolite. They look like they're in a rhyolite. Maybe wet, we can see them better. You guys can tell me what you think. Yeah, they're almost, the darker crystals are the feldspars, and they are in a very light matrix. And I've got 3 of those. I just picked them up because, of course, I was in the granite countertop business at the time. So granites are what most interested me. Here's a beautiful hornblende gneiss. Basically a mafic rock with a lot of pyroxenes and of course hornblende. But what's nice about these are the reflections. They're very sparkly in the sun. Oh, that's too hot to hold. Talk about the hot potato. Porphyries galore. Lots of different porphyries. I wouldn't say as many as in the Yellowstone River. The Yellowstone River in Montana definitely takes the cake when it comes to porphyries. Ever think rainwater is clean? Take another guess. These rocks have probably been up here for 10 years, and I routinely clean around the edges. But in here, I mean, the dirt is just accumulating, and it's from leaves and just dirt that comes down in the rain also. Sometimes we get what I call dirty snow. It'll snow, and then after the snow melts, there'll be a residue. And so this gives me an excuse to kind of dig through these rocks a little bit. So these are rocks you guys can probably all find if you're here in the United States. And that's what's cool about this video. I hope you're enjoying this, because if you really like something you see here, look at this wet. Oh, wetter is better when it comes to rocks. There's just an infinity of patterns. Some of these are limestones, sandstones. This, I believe, is a conglomerate. At first I thought it was a rhyolite, but it really seems to have clasts as opposed to crystals. Very colorful. Look at those dark green crystals or clasts or whatever they are. Spectacular variety. Yeah, I feel like I'm inviting you guys along, and I'd love for you to go and check out at your local landscape place and see if you could track these rocks down. I'm showing you the main varieties that I really like. Of course, there are basalts, rhyolites, limestones, lots of sandstones, as we discussed. The ones that really make these baskets stand out are these reds. Reds, yellows, oranges. You'll see those from across the parking lot, let's just say it that way. That one's dirty. Let's see what that is. Looks like just a basalt. Nice purple color though. One of my favorites. Hard to do this with one hand. Yeah, I'm gonna put the phone down and get that one out and wash it off for you. When I was looking online, some of the landscape places were marketing these as being hand-picked. And it wouldn't surprise me if they are, because at least in the batch I bought from, they're all kind of flat, no damage at all. They're not dinged or banged or scratched. Really, not much at all. This is a beautiful, I don't know what you call this veining pattern in a granite, but it's just really a nice rock. When they're dry, they look kind of pale. But look at this pattern when you get them wet. Not sure what kind of stone this would be, but just a very nice pattern. This one's even more vivid. Mine, when I bought these, some of them have a little bit of concrete stuck to them. So I'm not sure if wherever they were digging these at was near a construction site or what the situation was, but that appears to be concrete. It could be a matrix of some kind. Maybe they're mining these out of an older deposit that's almost cemented together. Yeah, those are nice. And this appears to be a basalt. or a rhyolite. It's not sparkly, which kind of rules out some of the other rock types I'm thinking of. I've seen a lot of rhyolites like that with this kind of a pattern. And of course, I showed you the sandstone earlier. Let's look at it wet. Oops, I gotta get that other rock out of there. Oh, wetter is better when it comes to rocks. I like this because I don't know if you can see, there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4 parallel. I'm trying to hold it basically horizontally. And you see there's a straight line cutting across left to right down near the bottom. Another one right in the middle where my thumb is touching. And then another one up above. And those lines seem to all be parallel, which is interesting. So I'm not sure if that was the erosional plane. And I've been told that this kind of crossbedding is caused by sand dunes. Really a pretty piece. I cut and polished that one and flattened the edge here so we could stand it up. It stands up very nicely. Granitoid mystery nodules is what these are. Because I really don't know what they are. They're greenish for sure. This one's very green. So it's probably a lot of pyroxene minerals, epidote, that sort of thing. Again, with river rocks, don't be ashamed in not knowing what they are, because you really can't do much identification, you know, unless you grind and cut and those kinds of things. We just do visual identification. Some places that I'm more familiar with, I can tell you more. I've really only stopped along the Colorado River one time, and I don't even remember where it was. It was years ago. But these are from the upper Colorado, not down in the Grand Canyon or anything like that, although you could probably find them there. And we stopped like at a rest area along I-70, still in Colorado, so it wasn't too far down the river. And the rocks looked just like these. I saw the same kind of rocks, and so I was thrilled. At least I know that's where they're from. Look at this rhyolite. You guys who are into lapidary, you know that bird's eye rhyolite and several other rhyolite varieties have these eyes all over them. And this one is similar. It's probably not the prettiest color pattern for making cabochons or anything like that, but if there's one like this, there probably are better ones or more colorful ones if you look enough. Alright, I see another one that again I'm going to need both hands to dig out. There's so many. Here, this one is a conglomerate if I remember right. Oh yeah, I'm glad I dug this out to show you guys. This is spectacular. I'm guessing it's definitely granitic, but it could also be a rhyolite with lots of clasts, but I'm tending to believe that it's more of a, again, a granitoid mystery nodule, but the clasts are interesting. It just doesn't look sedimentary. Even though it has these clasts, I think they're more of an igneous formation. Similar to a brecciated basalt or a brecciated rhyolite. There are even some nice red clasts in here. Again, trying to move slow to not make the viewer dizzy. Yeah, that's a nice piece. Earlier in the video, we looked at this, what I believe may be a rhyolite with feldspar phenocryst, or it's some kind of a granitoid. It could be an intrusive plutonic rock, but I don't know what the mineralogy would be. But there are these purplish, darker crystals that we talked about. Some of them pearlescent blue. Now we're going to look at it wet. My water's getting awfully dirty. I'm hoping some of that pearlescence shows in the video. I won't know until I watch the video. Let's get it wet. Very nice. So these varieties that I'm showing you, that I have 3 or 4 each of, that tells you that they're common enough, and I'm sure wherever you guys would look at the same rocks, like these porphyries, I've got a few of these, you can probably find some. Another really nice sandstone. This one's pretty dark, but a very nice pattern. A little too big for me to flip around with one hand. You may have heard me mention before that I don't like to have my rocks on the ground. So I bought these rocks probably in 2002, somewhere around there. And then I bought some more after we bought this house, so maybe 2010 or something. But for a couple of years, 3 or 4 years, I had them on the ground. And this is one that really suffered from the frost. Look how it has exfoliated. Can you see where the outer layer has just peeled off? This is why you don't want your rocks, anything you care about anyway, sitting on dirt. Even if you put weed mat under them, which is how I had these, they're still in contact with the moisture and they get destroyed. Because remember, in the riverbank, in the riverbed, they're sitting in sand and other gravel. They're not sitting on dirt. Dirt is a killer. But this was, at one time, a beautiful green limestone. I'm assuming it's limestone. I could be wrong. But look at the layered structure. You can still appreciate it. Yeah, this was a nice piece. It's not anymore, though. So again, keep your rocks out of dirt. So here's this one. I know is a sandstone. And see how it exfoliated? With the sunlight, you can see the shadows. I could probably take a screwdriver and peel the whole outer layer off. And that's just from frost, from the rock being moist, sitting on damp dirt, and the freeze and thaw cycle. These rocks were all flawless when I bought them. You could still appreciate the beauty of the rock, though. Thank you so much for coming along, guys. As a result of this video, I took everything off of here, cleaned out all the dirt, and I hope you guys will come along on this particular rock hunt. Let me know what you find in the comments. I'm anxious to hear. Just a spectacular variety of rocks that really, as far as I can tell, are available all over the country. So have at it. I look forward to hearing from you. We'll see you on the next one. God bless you.